Give me the rock.
Cole,
Pass me the rock.
Pass
me the rock.
I'm giving you multiple rocks.
Thank you. It's my turn now.
You have multiple turns.
Mark Cromber Weebs, my name is Cole, his name is Mike, his name is Jay, we like anime, and this is episode 82 of the Anime Protagonist podcast. And this week's episode will be dedicated to the wrapping up of the spring 2023 anime season. May it rest in peace.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, can we take a moment to honor all the anime we lost over the season?
Sure.
Wow, what a moment that was. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say this podcast will be all about honoring the late rapper Tupac Shakur.
Also, yeah, sure. Let's go with that, too. This one's for Tupac.
This one's for Tupac.
Yeah. Mike, what's on your mind?
Oh, my goodness. What's on my mind? I've been building a dang bench all week.
I was hoping you were going to say Lego.
No Lego. I'm
really?
too cheap for Lego. Lego's like wicked expensive.
Yeah, tell me about it.
When your brain is as big as mine, I can put those things together in like no time at all, and then I'm just left with the sadness of the empty wallet. There is the nice happiness of like the building of the Lego.
But
there's also that nice happiness of like the moment you buy it, that spending copium.
Oh yes, the sweet bliss of making a purchase.
Yeah, I just want to apologize to the listeners. I'm recording a podcast, and I guess my cat can hear me in this room, and he is losing his mind outside my door right now. So
would he relax if he came in? Can we have a guest host?
Probably not. He'd probably just come in here and then want to be let out. So yeah,
classic.
Yeah, he doesn't know what he wants. Sorry
cats
for derailing
are like that,
you.
though.
Yeah, sorry for derailing you.
Cats are like, that's okay. Cats are just like ridiculous. They'll like literally act like they want your attention, and the second you give the attention to them, they're like, no,
nah, ain't for me.
They act like royalty.
No. They do. They really do.
Yeah.
What I actually want to talk about, because I pre-plan these. I want to talk about, let's come up with like a rating system. Let's come up with a complete tier list. This should probably take like 45 to 50 minutes of the days of the week.
What is,
because like lately I've been,
can we do a top 10 list?
We can do a top 7.
No. I will only be on board if we do a top 10 list.
Sure, top 10 days of the
week. I'll do the top 7. You can fill out the remaining 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was kind of thinking like, since my work schedule's been like kind of chaotic lately, so I've been like going in certain days and not others, and like my weekend's been kind of all weird. And I'm like, some days are definitely better than other days. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, so let's start off maybe at, it's easy to say what the best day is, but I think maybe we should start with the worst day. What's the worst day for you guys?
Tuesday.
Monday.
I think Tuesday as well. I'm on Cole's side with this one.
Here's my thing with the Monday versus Tuesday argument. Monday is there, and it sucks. You got to go to work. But you know what else is there, and it has no identity? Tuesday. It's just there. Monday is the first day of the work week. Wednesday is hump day. Thursday is the day before Friday. Friday Junior, if you will. Friday is Friday. Saturday is Saturday. Sunday is Sunday. But Tuesday's just in the way, and it needs to get out of the way.
I'll explain my reasoning for hating Tuesday as well. Because Monday, you at least have like the fond memories of the weekend still behind you. You know what I mean? Like you still got happiness in your heart. You're still loving, you're still real, and you're still in good spirits. And usually Mondays fly by. But then Tuesday, you're forgetting about the weekend. That's so long ago. All you remember is yesterday at work.
Yeah.
And then you think, oh no, I have so many more days of work ahead of me. Because when you think about hump day, when you think about climbing a mountain, halfway up the mountain is not very interesting, right?
Yeah.
If Wednesday's the top of the mountain, and Friday's the day you get to go home and lay in your nice warm bed. Tuesday is literally like you're literally just, what are you doing? You're just climbing a mountain.
Just for everybody's information, Michael doesn't sleep in his bed through the week. He only does that on the weekends.
I mean, don't you guys sleep in your bed during the week? You don't sleep on the side of a mountain?
Yes.
Now that you put it that way.
Yeah.
No, I sleep
Monday
in my
does
bed.
lean one way.
Explain your Monday take.
So Monday, here's the thing. It's the one thing that ruins Sunday, because the entire Sunday you're spending Sunday thinking about
true.
like, well, now I have to go into work tomorrow.
That's what really drops Sunday down in the rankings for me. In the power rankings.
I was gonna say I put the hate that I have for Monday, I put it onto Sunday actually.
See,
I think
I put it into Monday because like if Monday was another day off, then Sunday wouldn't be as bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When there's a long
the problem isn't that it's Sunday, it's that Monday's the day you go back in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. When there's a long weekend, which day do you guys prefer having off? The Friday or the Monday?
Easily the Monday.
Yeah,
Monday.
Monday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you come back to work and you only got a 4-day work week. You just ease back into it. It's nice.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it works the other way too. But yes, after a long weekend, it's way harder to come in for a full week than it is.
Yeah.
I nominate...
At the same time, though, like Friday will always be Friday. So like getting rid of that Friday, you still have that Friday time with Thursday. Mm-hmm, you know what I mean? True. Whereas if you get the day off the next week, it's like you just get a longer weekend as opposed to the Friday experience being earlier.
But I like a long weekend.
Yes. What's the second worst day of the week?
Monday, second worst.
Monday?
Yeah.
I'm in agreement there. Either Monday or Sunday I could go with.
I'm probably going to go with a hot
day.
take here.
Ooh.
Thursday.
Whoa.
Oh, that's a wild take.
That is wild. That's wild. That's a hot take from Jay.
Yes. Explain, Jay.
Because Thursday, you're sitting there, and Friday's the next day, which is super exciting, but you have to go through the workday of Thursday to get to Friday. So you're just sitting there like, oh, it's almost Friday, but we're not there yet.
Okay, so you kind of have the same feeling as Tuesday, as the Tuesday argument. It's just in the way.
Yeah.
I get that. I like Thursday because it's Friday Junior, and usually, like, it's like... I don't know. I like going out on like a Thursday because you can mail it in on Friday at work.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. Like Tuesday, you have to go to work Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, right? Mm-hmm. Whereas Thursday, you're like, I just got one more day to go. I don't even care. I don't even care. Phone it in Friday, man.
But Thursday will come up later in my power rankings. So now the next day, the next worst day.
Okay, next worst day. So I got Tuesday, I got Monday.
I'm gonna go Wednesday here. I think. I feel like that's the logical step. So I'm going Tuesday, Monday, Wednesday. Still there. I like hump day. We're starting to get into good days. For me,
I might go Thursday here. I was debating about Sunday, and then I remembered Sunday football is a good thing, and I do like that.
Yes, you do like your
and
football.
It's also a day off at the end.
Sunday's
of the day.
also the day we release episodes. Come on.
Yes, it should be number one in our power rankings.
Really lowers it in my power rankings.
And you, dear listener, should love Sunday. Or hate it. I don't care.
If you hate it, just make sure you like the podcast.
Yeah, like the podcast if you like Sundays.
Like and subscribe if you really hate us.
Or if you don't.
Subscribe, yeah. I'm going to go Thursday. I'm going to go Thursday here. Okay. And then
I'm going to go Tuesday here.
Tuesday?
Okay.
Next. Okay, so now we're into the better days now, right? Because we've got 4 days under our belt. Or is it 3?
That was 3. So this is the 4th. I'm gonna go.
Wednesday's next for me.
Wednesday's next for you. I'm going Sunday.
Ooh.
Sunday scaries hit hard for me.
I feel like you always get hit a lot harder by the Sunday scaries, and I get them a little bit. Like I won't do anything too crazy on a Sunday on purpose. Like I rarely go out on a Sunday, and I guess that's a Sunday scary.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I go out somewhere for the weekend, I want to be home early Sunday. Mm-hmm. Jay?
I'm still debating about this in my head.
You don't have like a constant like power ranking of days of the week? I mean, rank
like
everything.
For me, like the weekend just kind of is interchangeable depending on how I feel. Because like some days, like Fridays will just suck because like just whatever's going on that day or like what like things that I have to do. And like for me, it's not really like the day itself, but more like what's going on that day.
Okay.
If you know what I mean. So like I don't know. I think like the actual like weekdays are easier to rank than weekends.
Yeah, the weekend's kind of a blur, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you got to come up with an answer here.
Yeah. But that being said, I think the only weekday I haven't said aside from Friday is Wednesday. So Wednesday is going to go here.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we're in I think we're in the top 3, right?
Now we're in the top 3. Top 3,
yeah.
And to go with my number 3 day, Thursday. I defend Thursday. I like Thursday. I like the vibes of Thursday. I like let's go for wings on Thursday, and then you go for wings and have beer, and then
we should go for wings.
We should
this Thursday.
And then you just think, man, tomorrow's Friday. I'm feeling good. I just got to get through tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like Thursday. I like Thursday more than Sunday. Yeah.
See, for me, it's like, I'm like, if someone asks me to hang out on a Thursday, I'm like, but I got to go into work Friday, like tomorrow morning. I can't stay out too late. And there's another work day, and I just came back from work. So like, I'm probably still very tired from the day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think an important part of your rankings, Jay, is like you'll often work a Saturday, right?
Yeah. Well,
so like that.
Like it's really very dependent. So
okay.
Yeah.
Number 3 best day for me.
I'm also thinking in terms of like general people, not just me.
Well, it's yours. It's your day. It's your rankings.
I mean, if we're just going off of me, then every day is basically the same because I could be working any day.
Every day is the same.
Every day. I'm gonna go. Did I say Sunday for the last one? No, I didn't. I'm gonna go Sunday here.
Okay.
Yeah, Sunday. Yeah. Sunday's top 3 because it's still a day off. You're still happy. It's the worst day of the weekend for sure.
Yeah, of the weekend, it's the worst because you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I got to go back to work tomorrow.
Right. Mm-hmm. Sunday scaries are a thing, and they just get worse with age. It's truly
horrible. Yeah.
Yes.
Jay, what's your number 3 day?
Number 3, Sunday. I'm with Mike here.
Okay.
Of the 3 days of like the quote unquote weekend, I know Friday's like technically not the weekend, but like the weekend's like at the trail end of the day.
Yeah.
It's got a leg up over it because you got days off coming rather than you're going into the week.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
number 2. This is where it gets wild for me.
This is where things are going to get crazy.
Yeah. Saturday is the number 2 day of the week for me.
Well, Cole, that is so wild. I have to agree because it's when it comes down to Friday or Saturday is by far inferior. Because
I enjoy Saturday, but the elation I feel at the end of the workday on Friday trumps the goodness I feel on Saturday.
See, I disagree. And this is probably because I am prone to sleeping in.
Oh. Yeah.
Very late.
No, the sleeping in doesn't really do anything for me.
So like Friday, like it's super exciting being able to be like, oh, I get 2 days off coming up. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, nothing feels better than sleeping in on a day off, waking up and being like, oh, I have another day off the next day. I don't need to worry about anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
So for me,
it's number 2. It's still a good day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're
so
all
for
in
me,
agreement.
Number two is Friday.
We're all in agreement. Friday is a good day.
Friday's a really good day. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I Friday's number 1 for me for that reason that Cole just said. Yeah. It's like that. There's nothing quite like when you're done. And you're like, I don't have to do this for a while. I can just forget this place exists. I can go do what I want. Mm-hmm. Life is good. You walk out of work Friday, you're buzzing. You're almost skipping. There's a little jump in your step.
Yeah.
You got some pep in you.
Yeah. No, I'm like, telling you.
Sayonara. See you later.
I understand the vibe. Like, I mean, TGIF is a thing for a reason, right?
Oh, yeah. Good argument. Yeah.
But again, just like the idea of like you still have to wake up early, you still have to go to work, and you still have to go through that day first.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's the thing that like kind of knocks Friday down a bit for me. Yeah. And Saturday is just like the benefit of Friday without the work day because you still have a day off the next day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like that high. I just ride that high. Like even a bad day at work on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
it's erased at the end of the day because it's now the
Honestly,
weekend.
Sometimes having a bad day of work on Friday, they just make that high even higher. You know what I mean? Because you're like, once you're out of there, you're really like, see you later. I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah.
But you know what we do have to worry about now? What's on Jay's mind?
What is on my mind?
What's on your mind, Jay?
So I have a couple things on my mind, but I think we're going to talk about this one. Could you guys press the Game Corner button, please?
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, geez. Who's going to press it? Mike,
press
it. I can't
I
find
need
it.
to find it first.
Ooh.
Got it.
Okay.
Welcome to the Game Corner.
So we were told that
Welcome.
one of us should handle the sound drops, but
Yeah.
This is why we have two people on the sound drops.
So yeah, welcome to the Game Corner.
We're
this
back.
week have been playing Final Fantasy VI, and I got to a scene that is very, very well known. The opera scene from Final Fantasy VI.
It's so
super
well known
scene.
that me and Cole will nod and smile because we probably don't know what it is.
Yeah,
I should know what it is. I'm a Final Fantasy fan.
Talking about what the opera scene is in detail is spoilers, so I'm not going to get too into it. But I watched it for the first time a couple days ago, and it was really good. And it made me think, what are some of your favorite moments in gaming?
Oh, I like it. That's a spicy little question. You know what? This is going to be a weird one for sure. But like in Halo, like back in the old Halo, when you first like land on the island or the ring, I guess, is because it's not really an island, and you're like, you come out and there's like that sweet Halo music playing, and you're just like firing, you're shooting people right away. It's such a good intro to the game, and honestly, like that just stands out in my mind as like, and it's also probably a bit of nostalgia in there too. But yeah, definitely like the beginning of the first Halo was like, this is great. I love it.
yeah. Like as far as like moments in games, like gaming moments, I mean, I'll always have like Star Wars Battlefront 2 playing that with like friends and stuff like that.
Oh yes. Okay.
But as far as like a moment in a game that was just like, oh wow, you guys are gonna hate me because I know you guys hate this game, but when you get out of the shrine in Breath of the Wild and the like title card starts and Link is running up that little hill.
Oh yeah.
One. Or the opening.
I was just gonna.
The opening
Tears
credits.
of the Kingdom had a better one, in my opinion.
No, I like the Tears of the Kingdom one, like the falling.
Yeah,
But Breath of the Wild was just more impactful to me because it was like,
yeah,
boom.
Yeah,
this is
I get that.
Hyrule. Yeah. Or another one for me would be Ghost of Tsushima, like the opening title for that too. It's very cinematic. It's very movie-like. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we're talking specifically Zelda moments, because Cole brought it up, one of my favorite Zelda moments is just like in Ocarina of Time, first pulling the Master Sword out.
Yeah. Or
Oh,
honestly,
yeah.
honestly,
Yeah.
for Ocarina of Time, like just popping the game in, turning on your N64, and then
And
the
then hearing
galloping.
that,
and the
yeah.
music.
Yeah.
There's some iconic like opening like title screens for games.
Oh,
Mhm.
title
You know what I
screens
mean?
for Zelda games specifically. The
Yeah,
opening
Zelda
title
games.
screen for A Link to the Past is like oof. Mwah, chef's kiss. Beautiful.
The music for the title screen for Wind Waker, I think of just like the boat comes in, and then like
pan
that
flute.
calm, like yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Good. Zelda honestly does it. Nintendo as a whole just knows what they're doing. Like,
Yeah,
they're
the
so
Zelda games are
in
pretty good.
general. Yeah.
Pretty good
Yeah.
games.
Yeah, play a Zelda game. They're really good.
Jay, did you say? I guess you're.
Well, I mean, Final Fantasy VI, but another one, and this is probably one neither of you know about, from Tales of the Abyss. The final fight between Luke and Ash is just like so good.
Luke Skywalker and Ash Ketchum?
Yes, yep, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Wow.
But if you know what I'm talking about, you probably agree with me. Like it's just like it's such a good scene.
Keep
Cole's
going.
like, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
No, I don't, but I got a good one for you.
I know. Like it's such a good scene. All the character development from the story is like all coming to a head, and it's just like, oh, so good. But Cole, you had one come through.
Remember when you're coming back from EB Games, back when EB Games was a thing. EB Games is GameStop in Canada.
Yeah.
Now it's GameStop. You pop in your new game into your PlayStation 4, and that game is Persona 5.
Mm.
And that
I was thinking
opening
Persona
credit,
5.
The opening,
like
the
movie to
whole-
Persona 5
yeah.
and Persona 5 Royal.
They're both
Yeah,
really good. I was
they're
about
both
to say
terrific.
Royals is
With
also
Best
really
Girl,
good.
with Best Girl in it, yeah. Who totally is a real character. As Cole leaves the podcast.
There's Best Girl right there.
Yeah.
I don't see Kasumi.
I don't see
Makoto.
Kasumi.
And then she's also, she's back there
Kasumi's back there?
behind Holo.
I don't see her.
I don't see her.
I don't see any red hair there.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of a moment for Persona 5, but yeah, Cole, you hit it off the top of the head. It's
Sometimes I
it's
just
that
pop that
opening
on.
bit.
I just pop that on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah. Another
brilliant.
really, really good moment. When you find out that Blue is the champion in Pokemon Red and Blue.
Yeah.
Like, just like you beat Lance and he's like, you're the Pokemon
Yeah.
League champion, but that's what I would have said, but Blue beat the Elite Four before you.
I was trying to think of like a Pokemon one, and I was gonna go with just straight up the moment you finally beat the Elite Four and you like see your Pokemon go into the Hall of Fame. That's always so like just a good feeling, so satisfying. You're buzzing after that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what else that we're buzzing about?
What?
I'm
What?
buzzing about whatever Cole's got on his mind.
I have been playing religiously once again a game called Fate Grand Order on my
Ooh.
mobile phone device.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one you were playing on PS4 last week.
No.
Extella Link. But no, you're playing Grand
I'm
Order.
playing Grand
you,
Order again, man.
You gotcha loving bastard.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
I'm doing
Look at this
okay.
guy.
I'm doing okay
Yeah.
in it. Now that I kind of know how
I'm
to
doing
play it.
okay. My wallet's empty, but I'm doing okay.
Nope,
He's like
nope, I
sweating
haven't-
profusely.
I haven't spent a cent, not a penny.
Stay strong.
Not
Stay
a penny,
strong, my
not
friend.
a penny on this one. Mobile games, I won't pay money for mobile games. I will pay an incredible amount of money on Genshin Impact, though. More than
listeners,
for
listeners,
this
listeners, we're gonna update you on this because I want to see if Cole can stay strong from beginning to end. Next week he's gonna be done. Let's be honest.
No.
He won't. He'll be playing Fate Grand Order for about. He's got a month usually.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
he'll drop
I've
it.
got time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and that was the other thing. I just want to address this, Michael. I'm very upset with you. Very
yes.
angry. Michael assured me. He said, "Honkai Star Rail is coming soon to the PlayStation 5." And I said, "Michael, you make my dreams come true, Michael. You're my best friend, Michael. You would never lie to me." And then fourth quarter of 2023. It's
I
coming up.
remember the three of us and Mike's wife were out for dinner and we were like looking on the website for the date and we just couldn't find it. And we were like, it's soon.
I had heard rumors that it was like imminent, like it was going to be released like within 3 weeks, and now it's like
I heard
nope.
a rumor that it was like beginning of July or June was going to be.
More like
it just didn't
well,
happen.
I guess we're already halfway through the year. It's only a few more months.
Yeah. Oh man, that's great. That's wild.
It's
We're
so
halfway
weird
through
to
the
think.
year.
Yeah,
We're over
that's so weird to
halfway.
think.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Let's shut up
Okay. For the rest of the podcast.
for the rest of the podcast. Enjoy this.
Yeah, the rest of the podcast is just going to be dead air.
Enjoy this. I'll put in some like river sounds or something, like trickling
Just like
water.
some waves crashing.
Yeah. No, let's get into the awards already. Come on, boys.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the end of the spring 2023 season. We will miss it because it was a good season, in my
It was a
humble
good
opinion.
season. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to kind of go through the... we're just going to kind of run through some of these awards. We're going to go through some of the like less exciting awards here. And then after the break, we'll do the more exciting ones, our standard awards. Let's start with Best Song of the Season.
Okay.
Okay.
What order are we going in? Are we doing the usual Cole, me, Jay?
Let's go in alphabetical order by last name. Jay, if you would. I think Jay's last name.
Nope.
Incorrect.
Mike's is first.
Oh,
And
yeah,
also-
no. Like,
yeah.
Mike starts with M.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike.
Why don't we go by first name? Make it less.
Okay, so Cole's first.
Okay, I'll go first
Okay.
then. I'll go first. For my song of the year, I went with Innocent Arrogance by Bish.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
the Heavenly Delusion OP. And
yes.
I went with this one because it's like Bish's last song as a group, and the OP is
really?
fire.
I didn't know that.
And it's just generally a good song. Who's next?
That OP was like fantastic, but the song definitely is like very top notch.
Well,
it seems like a Cole song too, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, the OP may come up later. Jay, why don't you say yours, and then we'll just kind of talk about other songs after we give our awards.
So my full disclosure, I was planning on just sweeping the board with Oshinoko as like a meme and a bit.
I think this one kind of deserves it though.
Glad you didn't.
And I haven't given my award yet.
That's true.
And I really do want to give it to Idol because it is a really good song, but there's one song that topped it for me.
Ooh, spicy.
And it's from a show that like I don't think would get any other award aside from this one, and that's Shinda by the guy who does all the Overlord OPs. I forget his name.
Shinda.
I genuinely forget his name.
What show is it from?
The Legendary Hero is Dead.
Yes, that's a good song. That OP, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's the OP.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song just like it's such a bop. Like it's the only song that like makes me actually move. Like it's a good dancing
All other
song.
songs leave Jay in a comatose,
You know that picture Jay
generic
sent?
T-posing position.
The picture Jay sent when he was alone in the podcast studio.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Jay's like to all other songs.
Yeah.
Just
So-
stone face.
So
Yeah.
full disclosure, we were originally planning a recording yesterday, and I find out that we were moving the recording day to today after I had already joined and like set up and everything.
Yeah, well,
And because like I joined, I'm like, where are they? So I checked my phone and I see like, yeah, can we record tomorrow? And so I'm like, yeah. So I take a picture of literally me in the studio and send it to them because
the most unimpressed face possible.
Yeah.
Jay was angry. Jay was irate.
I was.
You know what song makes me move though?
What?
Idol by Yoasobi.
Yeah.
It has to be here.
Yeah, no, truly good song.
I thought about giving it to the one from Hell's Paradise.
Oh, that's a banger too.
I forget what it's called right now, but yeah, I in my heart, it's got to be Yoasobi. They're my people. I keep wanting to say she's my girl, but there's two people in the band, so
yeah.
And
No, it is a really good song. It is a really good song.
Yeah.
Some
top notch.
Some honorable mentions. I mean, Mike already said Hell's Paradise OP is
I think it's called Work. It's called Work.
It's called Work. Yes. The song's called Work, but like the O is like a dot. It's weird. Another one, the ED for Insomniacs After School, I really like. It's like a chill vibe. Yeah, good one. Good song.
Another one that's in contention and made its way to my anime playlist is definitely the new Demon Slayer opening song by Man with a Mission or Man on a Mission. I can't remember which one it is.
Mission, I think.
Yeah.
And the ED for that.
And Mille. Yeah, they're great, both of them. But
one for me that I really liked was Mephisto by Queen Bee, the ED for Oshinoko.
Oh yes, that's a good song too. I'm sure that I have a feeling that ED might come up later, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Possibly.
The ED for Konosuba was good.
I was just gonna ask if that makes it into your song rankings at all.
It would.
That song is a bop, as it like it's groovy.
Yeah.
It makes me shuffle when we do our little watch party.
It was a little
good vibe.
I understand. I was a little not
hateful.
I don't want to say hateful.
No, Jay,
you know what?
Jay, I think you just like heavier music. That's fine.
Yeah. I think it was just too fluffy for me.
It's chill. It's like a chill song, and I like that. Another one. Oh, I was right on the tip of my tongue. Oh, the new OP for Ancient Magus Bride. It's good.
Good stuff.
Yep. What do we say about duos? A duo is a pair of characters who are a duo. And my duo of the season is Ganta Nakami and Isaki Magari from Insomniacs After School.
Okay, I'm glad you said what show it was because those names meant nothing to me.
No,
Honestly,
I'm gonna help you
good
out.
take. I do like that take.
Yeah.
Why are they the best duo?
I like their dynamic with each other. I like that they're kind of like two people hiding this.
Shame?
No, I would.
It's
perceived
only
shame, I guess. Like they feel shame about it, but I don't really agree with that.
Hide this characteristic, I guess, that they share.
Yeah, that they share, and then it's just cute, and they're both great, and the show is good.
It is a good show.
I feel like this category is like your guys' category because it's like,
well, it doesn't have
like
to
the
be
romance animes.
It doesn't have to
It
be
doesn't have to be
romantic
romance
for a reason.
because my runner up for this one wouldn't be a romantic pairing.
And who is it? Just what quickly?
The main characters from Heavenly Delusion.
Yes.
Whose names I can't remember off the top of my head. Jay?
Such a well-loved pair, you can't even remember their names.
Well, they're great.
For me,
Fantastic.
I was heavily debating on who I wanted to put as my best duo because there are a lot of good duos this season, but I think at the end of the day, I gotta go with Aqua and Ruby from Oshinoko.
Okay.
Like, I mean, they're the main duo
Solid
from Oshinoko. I did want to go with Aqua and Akane, but
they're too late in the show and they don't have enough of the show.
That's kind of why I went against it. Whereas Aqua and Ruby, like, they're the main duo. They've like they're the established main duo of the show, and it's
I could see. I haven't read the manga, but I have a feeling that Akane and what's his name? Aqua are probably going to be a lot more prominent going forward, but we'll see. I agree with this take though. That's a good take. As far as my duo of the season, pull out my sheet here, read from it. I was debating between two. There was two that were in my heart that I really thought about. Maru and Kiriko from Tengoku Damaiko, Heavenly Delusion.
Yep.
Great duo. Really thought about them.
It's from Hell's Paradise.
That's Maru and Kiriko. That's from.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Heavenly Delusion.
Yeah.
I know. I keep getting those names confused in my head too.
No, you were right. I was confused myself.
Yes. What's her name are also a good duo, but in my heart, I think the duo that I'm going to go with is Megumin and Yun. They were so good this season, and like honestly, the whole point of that show was like showing basically their backstory. And when I think about it, like I think that really is just like the best duo of the season for me. So yeah,
it's whatever pops into your head first, right?
Yeah, but yeah, I agree that the two from Heavenly Delusion are very good as well.
They're non-romantic. One of them wishes it was.
Tries really hard.
And also, like, I just love like the characters in that show. Oh, I love that show so much.
It's so good.
It's a shame it's in Disney Plus jail because I feel like a lot of more people should watch it.
Yeah.
Disney Plus has some good stinking anime on it. It's a shame that it's a separate streaming service.
Yeah. What do you guys think about underrated anime?
Well, I think a lot of things.
Do you have?
But there is an order we must obey.
Do you have an underrated anime? Both of you? Okay, good.
Yes.
I also have one, and I am actually not going with Heavenly Delusion on this one, which
I am stunned.
Which could potentially
I'm also
be.
stunned.
But I am going to go with Insomniacs After School because I don't think enough people are talking about it. Heavenly Delusion has that shock factor where I think people, like I still see people talking about it.
I was going to say, I think in my rankings too, I was thinking about, that was the easy one I was going to put, but I feel like it got enough steam as the season went along that it's not quite underrated anymore. Yeah, it's for sure on the radar.
For me, Insomniacs After School, I don't see anybody talking about it, and it is so good. It's such a vibey show, and the character dynamics between everybody in the show is great. It's really good. Everybody check it out. It's on High Dive.
Yep. Well, actually, to back you up too, when I go to AniList and I sort by popularity, Heavenly Delusion is the number 5. Insomniacs After School is number 12.
Yep.
So Yep. Good take by you.
Yeah, and here comes Jay to tell us why Oshinoko is the most underrated show of the season. Jay, take it away.
Yeah, it's absolutely super underrated because everyone was watching it, and it was the reason High Dive got so many subscriptions over the season. But no, actually, the show I want to go with is a show that I think Mike recently got into.
Ooh, I like where you're going with
and
this.
I'm probably stealing his thunder here, but I'm going to go with My Love Story with Yamada-kun at level 999.
Mm-hmm.
That show is just so sweet. I do understand the stigma of why someone might not enjoy it, because it does have an age gap, but if you can get past that.
Does it?
It does,
yeah.
but it's
like, what's the age gap?
Semi non-weird age gap, in my opinion. And I might get canceled for saying that, but like she's 20, he's 18, I think, or he's 17.
She's in university, he's in high school still.
Like, how far?
I think he's 17.
Yeah, I think he's 17.
I think he's a third or fourth year. I can't remember exactly.
Okay. Well,
it's like,
we'll do the math.
It's questionable for sure.
Yeah, it's like one of those kind of like gray areas.
I just I assumed they were the same age whenever I see pictures of them.
You know what? Honestly, like I don't pay attention to age in anime. It just doesn't make sense in my brain. So it's just pretend I just don't even pay attention.
No, I just mean like if you do have an aversion to it, I get it. Like,
yes, for sure.
It didn't bother me personally, but if you had a problem with it, that's totally fair. But at the same time,
100%.
like, it is a really good show, and it is a really good romance. And if you like things like MMO Junkie, this show's for you.
Yep. I really enjoyed that show. It was very wholesome and sweet, and my wife and I watched it in like one day. So yes, it was incredibly good. My most underrated show this season is not
Demon
that,
Slayer.
though.
Demon Slayer.
It's Demon Slayer, and here's why. No, I'm kidding.
Have you ever heard of the show called Demon Slayer?
Yeah, and I can't go Hell's Paradise either, because it's when I look at my Annie list here, my popularity rankings, it's number 1 Demon Slayer, number 2 Hell's Paradise,
really?
number 3 Oshinoko for popularity. Craziness. That show went off. No, my most underrated show, pull up the list, will be, as I'm trying to figure out where it is, Heavenly. No, I'm kidding. It's actually Gundam. I thought the second season of Gundam did not get enough hype. It was incredible, and it was way better than the first season, honestly. And
yeah, you're right. Nobody's talking about this. Like,
nobody's talking about it at all. Like, it's definitely under the radar, and it definitely did a lot of stuff. Like, all the stuff it's set up in season 1. If you haven't watched season 2, like, you just missed all the payoff. You missed all like the crazy, insane moments. And it's like, it's looking like it's just going to be the 24 episodes, which is bizarre for Gundam too, because they usually do the full 50 episodes. But you got like a full story told with compelling characters, motivations, everything. And yeah, nobody's talking about it.
You know what people are talking about?
What are they talking about?
The number 1 moment from this season.
Ooh. Number 1 moment.
The best moment from the season. I have a moment from the season that I really enjoyed.
What was that?
And that was the end of episode 5 of Demon Slayer, when Ufotable went full Ufotable. And it was hype. It was the hypest thing this season, in my opinion. Also underrated, because not many people talked about it. Maybe people just kind of like, when Ufotable does crazy stuff, they're just like, there they go again, doing their crazy stuff.
I kind of thought that too. I'm like, are we just like this used to it at this point, where we're just like,
it's incredible. Jay, you're stone faced right now. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I haven't seen it.
I'll have to show you it. I'll show you it on the break, because it's
because
as
an
anime
for all
fan,
the listeners, I don't watch Demon Slayer.
No, I know that you
don't.
Demon Slayer
don't care
hater.
about it.
I know.
I'm not a hater. I just don't care for it.
No, I know. But like, as an anime fan, I feel like it's it's incredible animation. Ufotable always goes hard at least one point in the season.
Yeah.
It was the equivalent of Ufotable going like pushing up their glasses and being like,
watch
okay,
this.
Let's go to work. Or like Ash Ketchum putting his hat backwards.
My runner-up would be later on in the season of Demon Slayer as well. I feel like it had a good emotional payoff later on too. As just like that, it scratched my lizard brain You know, just like
yes,
ooga booga.
Yeah.
Seeing them flames go around.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Jay, what was what Oshinoko?
My number one, it was from Oshinoko, and that was the end of episode 6.
Which one's episode 6? You guys always pull up the episodes. I never remember what they are.
That's the scene in the rain where
yeah.
With Akane or whatever.
Yeah.
I know that.
Okay.
One.
It's one of my favorite panels in manga that we shared like a long time ago on our TikTok, I think. Mike's like,
yes,
I don't know what.
Mike, you run the TikTok.
Yeah, Mike, come on. You asked us for manga panels.
I had no idea that was from Oshinoko.
But anyway, so they adapted that scene and they did it perfectly. Like, I had to applaud my TV screen for what I had just seen. I did.
I wouldn't be surprised. Nice, I like it.
Yeah, no, it was so well done. The voice acting was perfect. The direction was perfect. The cinematography was great. Everything about it, just like peak.
I like
as
it.
the kids say.
Michael,
I don't like saying peak. I don't like saying peak, but like as the kids like to say, it
Peekaboo.
was.
Aw, Jay's getting old right before our eyes, Cole.
He's growing up.
He's
growing
turned
up.
into an old man just like us. My number one moment for this season was not from Oshinoko, but it was from Demon Slayer. It was in episode 11, towards the end of it. And I can't really say much more about it.
I like how Mike's like, I
Nezuko.
don't like when you guys talk about episode numbers, and then that's exactly what he does for
the last
his.
episode.
I only know that because it's the last
Slayer.
episode. Yeah, the last episode, the big moment with Nezuko and that whole thing was, and just the way it was handled, where like you really, it had you go in there for a while. It definitely was for sure my number one moment. I really want to talk about it, but I can't say really anything. I'm really watching my words here because
great acting.
Anything is spoilers.
Great acting in that part too.
Yes, great acting by your favorite voice actor.
No, Tanjiro's voice actor is like goes off on that scene, and it's like oof, I can feel it.
Yes.
I can feel it, and it's good.
Ohio.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about. Any other big moments you guys want to talk about? No.
I think again, Oshinoko.
I mean, there was a moment.
Oshinoko had a lot. Yeah.
The end of episode 1.
Yes. And there was a moment.
Rie Takahashi killed it in that scene. Like,
yes, it's true. And also,
anyway,
there was a moment towards the end of Heavenly Delusion that was pretty impactful.
Are you talking about like when?
Yes. It's not a good moment.
It's okay. That's a very bad moment.
It's a very
uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable and bad moment. But you know what? In art, sometimes being uncomfortable that's part of it.
I agree.
And it was impactful.
If you like being uncomfortable and like psychological stuff, definitely watch Heavenly Delusion. It's really good.
It's really good. Really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, like the direction in that episode was peak.
Also,
peak, as the kids say.
From Gundam,
as the children say, yeah.
When Soletta loses Ariel, I'll say that it's like minor spoilers, but yeah, that whole interchange there, what happens and like how everything shifts at that moment, that was a crazy couple episodes there.
I gotta keep watching that show. Let's talk about score/OST.
Yes.
For me, it's Ancient Magus Bride. I think it's got one of the best OSTs in anime. I will die on this hill. I think it's really, really good. And they just keep doing the same thing, and it's good.
It's like Jay said in our review of it. Go back and listen to our review of it, by the way. It's like the perfect score for Magus Bride, if that makes sense.
I agree with that, but I go a step further. I think it's among the best OSTs in anime, period.
I really got to check out season 2.
Just the use of like Celtic music and like different types of music in the score. It's great. Jay.
I feel like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I do
Oshinoko.
really like. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Oshinoko.
it's about music, so it kind of makes sense.
Eh,
It's about
What part of
Kind of.
Oshinoko was like the standout for the music for you?
I mean, like, I know that this is weird, but like, even like for me, I consider like lack of music kind of like part of
It
like
can be.
how good a soundtrack can be, and like its use of where to put music and like the kind of music that it used. And like I'm thinking specifically on the scenes that I said my number one moments. At the end of episode 1, the end of episode 6, those were done beautifully. And those are probably the ones that stick out to me the best. So yeah.
Is Jay turning into the sad boy of the podcast, by the way, Cole?
I think Jay's the sad boy.
Is he taking your title from you?
Yeah.
I'm
just going to go watch my shonen.
Yeah. The one thing I really like that Oshinoko did, and I'm always a sucker for this, is when they do the ED as a stinger at the end of the episode. And I'm a sucker for it, and they do it really well in Oshinoko.
Yeah. Yeah.
As the song starts playing in my head. What is this? OST?
OST. Yep. Score.
Will be from Heavenly Delusion. I think this is an underrated OST. I think, honestly, OST and just in general, soundtracks are underrated as a whole. People don't think about them that much, but all the best shows have incredible OSTs. Like Demon Slayer was definitely in the running for this one, because the production on that show is ridiculous. We're just, at this point, we're so used to Ufotable just being incredible that we're just like, we're almost like forgetting about it. It's like when Tom Brady was playing Cole and he like won the Super Bowl every 2 years. And people are like, oh, that's just normal. Yeah. But it's like, no, that's not normal.
That's not normal human behavior.
Yeah. But I had to go with Production IG with a score for Heavenly Delusion. I just thought it was perfect. And there was, the sound design in that show was like, all the sounds of all like the creatures or whatever were great. And like the little bits of music and everything, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Let's keep this train rolling and talk about direction in anime. And my favorite, the show I'm going to nominate for best direction is Heavenly Delusion. It's great. I liked that in one episode, you can tell which episode was directed by one of the guys from Trigger, because it was the most triggery thing I've ever seen. And Mike's like, which one is he talking about? I'll have to show you, because they even integrate like a character sliding in off screen.
Oh, is it when they're forming the idol group? Is that because I think, doesn't Ruby do the slide off screen?
What are you talking about? I'm talking about Heavenly Delusion.
My brain is mush. Yes. Okay. Yes.
Heavenly Delusion, though. Also, like that, we talked about that uncomfortable scene, but like the direction in that scene is so good. Like the use of like cutaways and stuff makes it more.
The one thing I really
impactful.
like about that show too, in the direction in it, is they have good like camera angles, and they have like cool, instead of just showing like the character walk through the door, they'll like show the room empty, and then they'll have the door there, and then the door opens and the character walks in, instead of just like doing the class. It's just like when you fix the little things like that and do extra, it really makes a difference.
Take the time.
It's more visually interesting.
Take the time. Joseph.
Oshinoko. Yeah.
Jay watched one show this season and a couple OPs.
No. I watched one good show this season.
Oh, there you go. To be fair, it's a pretty good show.
It is, yeah. No, but I watched a lot of shows. None of them were really that good. I watch a lot of trash, but Oshinoko was very good, and it was well directed. Just like looking at episode 1 and how that was directed so well. That like it literally topped my anime list for a week. Which,
to be fair, they put up like a movie.
Yeah. Episode 6, like I said, like that moment was really well done. Or like even the end of episode 7, where she does like the research on I, and then she comes out and meets Aqua, and like just that scene is so well done. It just like, Oshinoko, just really well directed. The shots I loved the shot composition of it all. The music, the voice acting, all of it was really well done. So yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm in a pickle because I was basically tied between the two shows that you guys said. And now I have to decide on air which one of the ones I'm going with, because I was just going to go with whichever one didn't get nominated. So, shoot. I think in my heart, there really can only be one though. And I think deep down inside, I know that the answer is not
Gundam Witch from Mercury.
Oshinoko. It's going to be Tengoku Damaikyo, Heavenly Delusion. I think we're talking pure direction here, and I think it had just ever so slightly better direction, and that's probably just because it's production IG versus Doga Kobo. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm a goofy goober.
I don't think that's goofy. In fact, I agree with you.
Oh yes.
Okay, now let's round off before the break with
Yes.
studio of the season.
Okay.
And I am going to go out on a limb, and I am going to nominate Studio Kafka because all they've made is the OST and this season of Ancient Magus Bride, and it is really good. It's unchanged from...
That's a good point.
Like, they're a new studio. This is all they've done. And you cannot tell that they are a different studio than the first season. A lot of the people from... who did it before?
Wasn't it Wit?
It was Wit. Yeah, a lot of people from Wit moved over to this studio so that they have the same talent. But it's just impressive. They did a really good job with Ancient Magus Bride. The OP is good. Watch the OP for the camera rotating shot in that OP. It's like, wow, they did a really good job. They didn't have to do that, but they did, and it's good.
I like when anime actually like remembers that there is a camera,
Yeah,
and it's not just like a still thing.
move the camera.
Yeah,
That's why I love Shaft. Jay, what do you love?
I love Studio Doga Kobo, and it's not.
Ooh, I wonder why.
It's not necessarily just because of the work they did on the anime Oshinoko, but also for the music video that they put out for Idol.
Have you heard of this anime? Oh, music video. I like that. I like that take. They did the music video too.
They did the music video for Idol, and that music video is really good.
I like that music video.
So like, it really says a lot when you put in not just a lot of work into a show and show the love for that, but you're also showing the love for everything that's being involved in it. The like they put out a lot of behind the scenes videos of the work that went to Oshinoko, a lot of the just like a lot of the thoughts and things like that like went behind the show. I got to give them props for that.
Absolutely.
So
and they were the runner-ups for me as well. So like they are incredible. And usually I actually was kind of nervous when I saw they were doing this show because they don't have a great track record.
Yeah, they haven't really done anything like insanely good. So like they're kind of like I don't want to say a B tier studio because I don't think like you can really rank studios because it's about the people, not the
I would say they're a B-tier studio, especially because they made that thing that's right over your left shoulder there. Shikamori's not just a cutie.
I think that studios can be ranked, and maybe.
Yes, I absolutely think that'd be a great patron bonus episode. Subscribe to our patron, by the way. You get nice bonus episodes.
But anyway, yeah, like I don't know. It's a good studio.
Michael,
might I say studio of the season?
All right, I'm gonna take this mic. I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say one very confusing word and into it, and I'm gonna drop the mic.
Okay.
Ufotable. How do you go against Ufotable, man? Like, I know it's kind of like we were talking earlier that it's almost you expect Ufotable to do Ufotable things, and it's like you underrate it because of that. But like just thinking of this season of Demon Slayer, and it was like not even the best season of Demon Slayer. There was like multiple moments that I could think of as like, wow, this was incredibly hype. Like when Mitsuri came in and she's fighting all those like dragon things, and when the guy's in the bubble, and this is just like the worst summary of the show ever.
You remember that time?
The last episode, there's so many good moments, and just like they just knocked it out of the park, and they continue to, and it's just in my heart they're number one. I can't go against it.
I mean, for me, I agree. Ufotable's great. But they're not my studio of the season specifically because they're always great.
Yes. That was I did
Your-
think of that
your
too. I
argument-
thought about going
that's
production
kind of
IG too.
where I was thinking. Just like, what was a studio that like really
Really flexed on us.
Really flexed this season, rather than like what's a studio
Surprised
that's
me.
just good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you give more points as a surprise. I feel like they just like came in, hit a home run, and then walked out.
Yeah.
They were just like, that's what we do. We just hit home runs.
Yeah. Same with production
Yeah.
IG for the same reason. Like they're just always
Yeah.
good. So
Okay.
yeah, they lose a little bit for me.
I guess it's the same idea as like you were talking about Tom Brady. Like if you were to like say like Tom Brady is like the MVP of every year because he just like comes in, does the versus like another guy that would like come in, do something really crazy cool for like one game. And then
what you're describing literally happened to Tom Brady a lot. Because like it just like you saying Ufotable's the studio this season, it's such a boring take that it's like people just don't want to give it to them. You know what I mean? So they just like wouldn't give Brady MVPs.
Yeah.
It's like how
And-
people like say like when people say like things like, oh, Full Metal Alchemist, Attack on Titan, and Neon Genesis Evangelion are my favorite anime. People like brush that off
Elon
because
Musk.
it's like that's such a
It's so boring, right?
yeah.
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 Sometimes a nice vanilla ice cream is great, and
Yeah.
boring is good, and boring is right sometimes.
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 What do you guys say we stop here?
Stop it.
Stop. And break?
Yeah.
Do we have a mailbag?
I think we're running a little long, so we'll just
Let's do
let's
the
do
mailbag
right after the break.
after the break. I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
These people, they need a break from us. And
Yeah,
I
I
need,
agree.
I need
Yeah.
a break from myself
Yes.
as well.
I need a break from you.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's go out of here and into
To the
Break. Let's do this. Welcome back to the Anime Protagonist Podcast, where this week we are being silly boys, and we are talking about silly anime.
Good anime. Talking about good anime. But we are silly boys.
You know, just realize the problem with that reintro was. How are you going to fade it in with the music, Cole? I hope you figured it out in post.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure
well.
it out. Don't worry.
That was gold. Good old Jay.
Very good,
Yes.
Jay. Very good.
Thank you. So yeah, let's get back to talking about anime with what was it? Best OP?
Yeah, but hold on. We got one more thing that we got to do before we do that. Yeah, it's quick, painless, and it goes in no problem. Let's go.
It's time for the mailbag. There it is. There's the
There it is.
mailbag. Yes. We'll just quickly rank through these mailbags here. We got a patron priority mailbag, and it's from Super Mexi, and it says, did you enjoy the Entertainment District arc or the Swordsmith Village arc more in Demon Slayer? Now, I think we can all answer this because I know Jay has not watched it, but he has
But
read
you
it.
read the manga.
I have read the manga.
Yes.
I'm going to go. Honestly, I'm going to go. Swordsmith Village. Actually, I like the catharsis of the end of it. I feel like the payoff is better
Okay.
than the entertainment one.
I
For
think
me.
I'll go the other way around. I definitely think of the two, the one I enjoyed more was the Entertainment District arc. Just because I think I like Tengen better than I like the two Hashira that were in this season.
Oh, and I like those Hashira more.
Yeah.
I like that they're more like down to earth. Tengen was too flashy for me.
See, I like how flashy he is.
Like my favorite Hashira is Gyu because he's just like
Stone,
You also have his
stone-based.
sword. Yeah.
I have multiple of
So
his swords.
remind me, this is the arc where the Swordsmith one is where Tanjiro goes to get his sword repaired, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Initially, yeah.
Yeah. So that arc almost got me to drop the manga.
Okay. So there's the answer.
There's your answer.
Okay. Yep. There's all
Jay
our
doesn't
answers.
drop mangas.
No.
He just pushes through, powers through them.
The only way out is through.
Mm-hmm.
The only way out is through. And we have one more quick mailbag while we're here. This one's from Opie Master Ash. They want to know. This one might be a niche question, so here it goes. When it comes to anime-related challenges, what is your favorite to watch or participate in? They like to look up anime OP challenges and do them. Now, I thought this one might be a fun one for us to like kind of chat about, because it's basically like part of the foundations that AniPro is built on, is anime OP challenges on YouTube.
Yes, yes. Every time the three of us get together, at first it's brought up as a joke. Let's we're scrolling through YouTube and then we're like, put on an OP challenge, put on an OP quiz as a joke, and then we put it on, and then we're all sitting there struggling to beat Jay.
Well, it started off as you and me, Cole, and then Mike got into it when he joined our little parade.
We got our talons into him.
Yeah. When I guest hosted for a while.
Yeah.
Also known as 2 months.
What was it? Episode
still a
6
guest host.
to
Still
episode,
a guest host.
to episode
12 or
15.
something.
Yeah. And that's when I finally got a text from Cole. So do you want to like let Mike on as a permanent host?
Will you allow Michael to remain?
That's the real
as a
meaning.
permanent
I
host?
remember the first day. This is going on a long tangent, but I remember the first day. I found out Mike was going to be a guest. It was for our dub episode.
I'm so mad.
We're just we're just on our way. We're just on our way to Cole's place, because we used to record at Cole's place in the studio. And Cole looked over at me while he's driving, and he's like, "So I got a guest." And I'm like, "Oh, who's that?"
Oh, I'm so scared.
You know Mike?
Michael.
You know Mike? Yeah, him. Oh, okay. And that was the conversation.
Yeah.
And you were like, what qualifications does this Mike have?
Yeah.
Very little. Almost none.
I was livid that Cole even dare.
He's the only doofus who watches dubbed anime.
So here I am, man.
That was your qualification.
Yep. I feel like I bring the normie takes here. I like it. And that's my role, is to be the punching bag and the normie.
Oh, no, I'm the punching bag. Come on.
No, I'm the punching bag.
Let's all punch each other's bags, and let's talk about...
Let's all punch each other's mail bags.
Let's punch out of this mailbag, and let's dive back into our awards, I think.
The
answer to OP Master Ash, though, is OP challenges. We're the same as you.
Yeah.
We are the same. Yeah. We should do some
OP
in the Discord one night.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about OPs, though?
I like OPs. Ooh, signature
OP
AniPro
of
OPs.
the season. This should be like one of our penultimate ones, because we love OPs here at AniPro.
We do.
We do.
It's an important part of the community.
What?
I don't know.
I don't know. You just
Turn
broke
to
up.
dust.
Oh, that's okay. I said it's an important part of the community. I turned into a little ducky, a little rubber ducky.
Yeah. Whatever Mike said, you'll hear it. The listeners will hear it, but Jay and I won't. So
No.
I hope he said something not offensive.
Oh, it was super bad.
Yeah. In fact, Cole, get rid of it.
OP of the season. OP of the season. The three of us have selected OPs, and why don't we go in reverse order this time? And
We're going back.
Jalen. No, Michael.
No, Mike.
Sorry.
Oh, I don't like going first.
Mike, you're first.
Okay. My OP of the season. This was a tough one. There's a lot of good OPs this season.
There was a lot of good OPs
There
this
was
season.
some, yeah.
There's a lot of good shows this season. I definitely thought about putting the Magical Destroyers OP in here, because that show slaps real hard. The show itself is like just okay, but like the OP and ED are great. But in my heart, I'm going to go with the Hell's Paradise OP work.
It's pretty good.
Something about it. I love the song. I love the visuals. Mappa just somehow knows how to make an OP that I love. I don't know what it is exactly. Actually, no. Do I go with this one, or do I go with the Vinland Saga one? The Vinland Saga Part 2 OP was also great. And there's always... No, okay, we're going with work I'm going to go with the the Hell's Paradise OP. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, that's my answer.
Good job.
Jay?
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for picking one.
Yep. It hurt my soul.
Oshinoko.
I do really want to pick Idol from Oshinoko, but there's one that comes to mind, and I told Cole about this one at the beginning of the season.
It's going to be... I know what it is.
And I think because...
It's also your song, isn't it?
It's not my song.
Oh, no. Okay. Let's see what it is. Let's see what Jay's got for us.
But I think my OP of the season is going to be...
Boys cooking?
The OP to The Dangers in My Heart.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, it's a
that's
good
out
OP.
of left field for me. I don't even know that one.
It's a good OP.
It's a
I
good
like
OP,
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
solid
like the
OP.
moment I saw it, I was just like taken by it. Its visuals, how it goes together with the song. It's just really good OP. The Oshinoko OP is really good. Don't get me wrong. Just like it just barely didn't make the cut.
I really thought about putting the Oshinoko one in as well, but it's just like...
Great song. Good
I thought
bop.
for sure when you guys would put it. Yeah.
My OP of the season is Oshinoko. Just kidding.
No way.
It's Heavenly Delusion.
Ooh.
Oh, I love the OP. I love that scene where she's running and like her or his lines are like running out of phase with them.
Yeah,
it's like they're trying to like escape the boundaries of their body.
When you showed me the OP for the show, because you were at my house and you were showing each other the OPs at the beginning of the season, which I think is like a good little tradition we should do, because it was a fun way to like find some new shows.
Yeah.
And I remember when you showed that one to me distinctly, and I remember thinking, oh, this looks like a really good show.
It is.
And it turned out
a really
to be.
good show.
Yeah.
Bad OP this season was from Insomniacs After School.
Yeah, not very good.
It's a joke. It's an absolute joke.
Oh.
I've already brought it up, but the Ancient Magus Bride OP is great. What else have I been watching?
You know which one?
Mashal's OP is very like generic.
So it's in the bad category?
Yeah, like I mean it's not
in the mid.
Yeah,
category.
it like
okay.
It does its job, but it doesn't really do anything to like elevate the show or anything. It's just kind of generic anime OP.
Phoned it in, mailed it in. It's just whatever.
I mean, Demon Slayer's OP is pretty fire.
Demon Slayer was up there as well. That's a really good OP. It just, as far as like Demon Slayer OPs go though, it's not the best one.
I think I really like the song, but the visuals for that OP are just kind of whatever.
I completely agree with Jay. The visuals bring it down a little bit, and I don't know why. I don't know what I would do differently with it, but it just doesn't work as good for me for some reason. One that I think Jay might agree with me on is I really liked the OP for My Love Story with Yamato-kun at level 999.
Yeah,
I really like that, and it had I really like the band Kanabun, and they did the song for it, and just like the visuals and like just this nice little song. It was just it was good. It's wholesome.
Yeah, no,
that one's just a nice
that one's up there for me too.
Song.
Yeah.
What about Edie's?
Edie's was a tougher one this season for me. I don't know about you guys.
For me, it was easy.
For me, it was very easy. Yeah.
Okay.
But Mike, why don't you go ahead?
Well,
because you're having such a tough time.
I did, because I didn't really... The only ones I really liked are probably the two you guys are going to say, because I know you guys so stinking well.
Well, every time we see this ED, I'm like, this is it. This is it.
Yeah, you literally have said it all season, so I know it. And Jay has ranted about his, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I know what they are. The listeners probably do at this point as well. If you've attended one of our watch parties, you know for sure what Cole's is.
Yeah.
Hey,
but
spoilers.
Well, come to the watch parties. You'll have spoilers for the show. My ED for the season is Gundam Witch from Mercury season 2, part 2. I don't know what it is. It's either part 2 or season 2. Okay. The song or the ED's name is Red Birthmark by Ina the End, and I just really like it because it's like this.
Ina the End.
Is that a good
She's
band?
from Bish.
Is she?
She's
she has such a good voice. I love it.
Remember, I showed you guys that voice. The first take one, and I'm like, I love this girl's voice.
Yeah,
that actually adds up. She has that's her voice. Anyway, she sings it. It's just like her singing over like a little like light melody. It's very like melancholic. And just the ED is like Soletta and Miorine and stuff. Basically more Soletta doing like this interpretive dance as like all these ghosts of things she's losing kind of like fly around her. And it's just like very like, I like it because like she does this like thing with her hands a lot in it where she like kind of like she'll wave her hands and then like the Gundam bits or like a splash of like color will go that way or something. It's very visually interesting. I like it a lot, and you should watch it. Out. You'd like it. It's good.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah, Jay, what's yours?
Mine comes at no surprise to anyone. Mephisto from Oshinoko. That song is amazing. The notes that the lead singer of Queen Bee hits, I don't understand how she hits them, but like, no, like I mean, like the falsetto in the chorus, like that's insane. And then like the visuals, like it's visually stunning. So much symbolism and imagery in there, and just like how well it represents the show and the characters, and just like little details in there that just like it's great. It's great.
Yeah, it grew on me throughout the season. Because I remember when you first told me that this was like going to be your ED of the season, or like it was top tier. I kind of pushed back on that a little bit, and I've come around to your side. I do really enjoy the ED for Oshinoko. The only thing that I always think when I see it though is it always feels like almost, I don't want to say like a imitation of, because it's better, but it feels like a imitation of like the Kaguya-sama rap ED from last season. A little bit. I don't know why it reminds me of that, but it just does. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see it, but I'll respect your take.
Yep.
I won't. I'll fight back against it.
I'll
fight for you, Jay.
Okay.
No, I have no opinion. I do have an opinion, which is inarguably the correct one, and the ED of the season is Konosuba, An Explosion on This Wonderful World. They went for it, and man, it landed. It was great. I love the song. I love the animation. I love how cartoony it is. I love how goofy it is. It perfectly encapsulates the show, and it's just perfect. It's just perfect.
It is. Honestly, that would probably... It's a pretty good chance that would be my runner-up, actually. I really like it, too.
Like, it goes for it. It goes for it with its weird, goofy art style. I love those, like, kiddie cartoons, like, where kids will draw arms and they just bend the whole way, you know? Like, they don't have joints. Like, it's like their arms are
It's like a wet
snakes.
spaghetti noodle.
Yeah. I love that.
I do understand why you like it. I think, like, it doesn't meet the same criteria that I hold for, like, what makes a good ED, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Jay's more about, like, the artsiness, and I think me and Cole can agree that, like, I like the gooberishness of that ED. It's very, goofy goober.
It's artistic in kind of the opposite direction. Like, that's obviously a stylistic choice. They wanted it to be, like, childish.
For sure. You guys chose also polar opposite EDs, basically.
Yeah. Also, I like the song. We kind of talked about it, Jay. It's not really up your alley.
Yeah, it's too fluffy of a song for me to really appreciate it. But
I will say before we move on to main character, the ED for Insomniacs After School is good as well. Definitely makes up for its poor OP.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. Main characters. Michael is gonna say Soletta, Mercury. Jay is gonna say Aquamarine. And I already know what I'm gonna say, so I'll save that for last. Now let's see, how did Cole do?
Well, let me tell you why Tanjiro is not my main character of the season.
Okay, good.
I definitely thought about putting Tanjiro, but you know what? It was kind of a weak season for Tanjiro. He didn't really do a ton, and just as like he had to do more. He didn't earn the main character award for me. But you know who did? Soletta Mercury from Gundam Witch from Mercury did. Because
hear me out.
Okay.
Because Cole said that you like him.
Yeah.
Or you like her.
No, he called it. And I am a sucker for Soletta. And I thought about either putting her here or in Protecc Energy, and I didn't know where to exactly put her. But then I thought about it more.
Why not both?
I could do both.
Yeah, why not both?
I do like my little Tanuki. But in terms of main character, I like them to have a lot of development. I like them to do a lot, and I like a lot of things to happen to them. I really thought about putting one of the two from Tengoku Damakyo here as well, but they kind of split it. They kind of split the show, and I thought that kind of detracted from them as the main character, if that makes sense. Whereas like the Witch from Mercury revolves around Soletta, and I think that everything that happened to her this season was by far the most main character energy of all the people. And her story was so compelling, and just watching all the world unfold around her and watching her grow and flourish into like a more powerful human being.
More powerful Tanuki.
Yeah, more powerful Tanuki. And like going from like this shy little like country bumpkin into like someone who literally like is able to keep up with the best of them and like become the president of a company and stuff like that. It's really, it's compelling. I like it. And she is my main character. Jay, you're also a main character. So
yeah.
Tell us who your main character is.
Let's talk about why Gabimaru is not my main character of the season, because I didn't watch Hell's Paradise and I didn't like the manga. But anyway, speaking of manga I dropped,
just dunking on Jay's just throwing people's elbows at Hell's Paradise right now.
Yeah, holy, what did it do to you? Kill my mother. Kill my entire family.
It cut in front of me at line at Walmart.
And then killed my family.
And then
teabagged on them after.
Oh, no. Oh, jeez. That's too far, Hell's Paradise.
Yeah, that's too far.
While we're off topic a little bit, Gabimaru, same thing as Tanjiro. Didn't do enough this season to get main character.
Feels like those shows are a bit more of like an ensemble thing.
Yeah.
But my favorite main character of the season belongs to
Aqua. Yeah, knew it. 2 for cool. He's batting 100.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I just like I just like his journey, and like the story of Oshinoko is so good. And I
thought about putting him here too.
Where he's going from like how he started to like where he is now. It's just like it's such a good story, and he's such a good main character.
He's definitely compelling. And the only reason I probably didn't put him here is because I'm not generally a fan of that type of character, like the Aya Nakoji clone. And that is just the only reason why I thought I just didn't put him here.
I get what you're saying. There's more to him than Aya Nakoji.
Oh, for sure. But he's that if you had to put him in a bucket, I'd put him in the same bucket as Aya Nakoji. Like scheming kind of character. Yeah, he's always 2 steps ahead of everyone. Yeah. He's got schemes. He's dark and brooding, and he's a very compelling character, and it's a great show. He's well written too, and he goes through a lot.
Yeah. Sad boy. He's a sad boy.
Jay's the sad boy of the podcast. You heard it here first.
Yep.
Yeah.
Confirmed. Is it my turn?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna go anyway.
Okay, good.
My main character of the season is actually, I'm gonna go with one who is an absolute cinnamon roll, and I'm going with Mitsumi Iwakura from Skip and Loafer.
Oh, yes.
I'm having a tough time with show names today.
You know what? Honestly, anime names are tough, especially when you're watching sub, because like reading it does not, for some reason, register it in my brain. I don't know.
Yeah, but she's just like full on Protecc. She is great.
Gee, I wonder what your Protecc Energy pick is.
Yeah, I just feel like she is the catalyst that keeps all of these characters together. And yeah, she's really good. She's really sweet. Good show. Very good shoujo manga.
Yeah. I meant to watch it, just never kind of got around to it.
Get around to it.
I will.
Get around to it already.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
it's that
get around to
thing that you guys were talking about.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
get around to your best supporting character, Michael.
Oh, my best supporting character. This was a fiercer competition because, like, do you consider the Hashira supporting characters or are they main characters? I don't really know.
Supporting.
Yeah, so I thought about putting Mitsuri here.
Yes.
You mean
because,
the protagonist?
And that stays in my brain now because I don't fully understand. And I literally, when I pick these two, I go to AniList and I look and I see what AniList calls them, and that's my guiding rule: is if they're a main character on AniList or if they're a main character, or it says they're supporting. And actually, the Hashira, I think it says they're main characters, even though I don't really agree with that. I don't know.
Maybe for the season they're main characters, but the overall story they'd be supporting.
That's a good point. Yeah. Either way, I didn't go with a Hashira. I went with a certified supporting character who you probably didn't expect to be a supporting character, and the reasons why are redacted. I went with Ai Hoshino as my supporting character of this season because no other supporting character emotionally impacted me the way that she did.
Yeah.
Captured the hearts.
Rie Takahashi just nailed it as Ai.
Yes.
Rie Takahashi had a good season this year.
Yeah,
she
season.
did.
Yeah, she did. She definitely earned herself her $35 that they probably pay voice actors.
Oh, she makes. I'm sure she does well.
Yeah, she might make 36.
She is sought after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, Ai Hoshino for me is the supporting character this season. There's actually a very good cast of supporting characters this season, but it's kind of like what I said with Demon Slayer. Sometimes the chalk answer is just the right answer, and in this case, the chalk was Ai Hoshino. Now, Jay, tell us why yours is also Ai Hoshino.
It's not.
Gasp.
But that was a good guess because it's also from Oshinoko. My favorite supporting character this season was Akane
Yes, the sad girl.
The sad girl from Oshinoko. I love her arc, like the arc of the reality dating show, and like her whole thing surrounding it was so well done. And yeah, that's a good answer actually. Yeah, I mean, I is an amazing supporting character, and like she absolutely should have probably been my number one, but like
no, I think her and Akane
at the end of the day,
at
the end of the day, like there's I prefer her story and where she goes from there. So yeah, so Cole,
yeah,
tell us why Oshinoko is a terrible piece of crap.
Oshinoko is a terrible piece of crap because I don't like it. And my supporting character is Lucy Webster from Ancient Magus Bride, season 2.
Lucy, is she only in season 2?
She's a new character, Michael.
Oh my goodness!
Yes, she's a very compelling character with an interesting backstory, and I just found myself very interested in what was going on with her, and I liked her, so I'll go with her.
That's all the reason you need.
She's got that tsundere energy, which is good.
Always love a tsundere. Mm-hmm. Always love a tsundere.
You do gotta love them tsunderes, though.
Mm-hmm. I will also say that like the whole supporting cast of like Hell's Paradise was super compelling and like they're all such interesting characters, and that's kind of what carries that show for me. Mm-hmm. Is like all the interesting, I guess, villains. They're the supporting characters, but they're all bad people and things happen. I don't know. They're all very interesting, and just seeing what's going on with them, I like that. And even like when they get into like the Tensen and stuff like that, it's very interesting and as a whole. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's talk about boys.
And
the best of them.
And the
worst of them.
Oh,
yeah.
No, just the best of them. We'll just go with the best.
Okay.
I mean, if you've got a really bad one, then go ahead.
I don't know if there's any real bad ones.
Oh, I've got a bad one.
Jay's got a bad boy.
I've got a stinker of a boy.
Okay,
super stinker.
Michael.
Yeah.
Tell us your boy.
My boy of the season belongs to an anime I was just talking about. Hell's Paradise. I went with Gabimaru as my boy of the season. I liked his whole arc. I like how he has like a subtle even though he's very strong, he has like a little bit of Protecc energy about him because he's got his whole thing with his wife and stuff like that. And you're just like, I want to see this guy do well. Even though he's like a killer, he's got like a soft side to him that he doesn't really show very often. And he has enough moments that really stood out to me. So Gabimaru is my boy of the season. And I will not hear any arguments as to why Aqua Hoshino is the boy of the season. Jay, who's your boy of the season?
My boy of the season is no, I'm kidding. It's Aqua Hoshino.
Oh no. No,
Did you not hear what Michael just said?
I will not hear this argument.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make argument. Look, he didn't say I can't say what my favorite is. I just can't make arguments.
That's true.
No, so I'm not gonna make an argument and just ask Cole why what his best boy of the season is.
Tell us. Here.
Say your bit.
No,
say your piece.
Just, like, I love just like
Aqua.
I mean, yeah, I love Aqua. I love the like not
He's
really
me.
guilt, but like that like kind of guilt that he feels about like what happened in episode 1 and the anger and like all those emotions that are kind of going through him as he tries to do this thing that I can't spoil.
He's literally me, for real.
He's literally me, for real, for real.
Okay, those memes are so silly.
Aina Koji memes, just paste them onto Aqua. Yeah.
Basically,
no,
yeah.
I know I said I won't hear any arguments about this, but I actually did consider putting him here because he is very good, and what he goes through is a lot. And even, again, how do you talk about someone like Aqua without spoiling the whole dang thing?
Yeah, it's really hard to spoil it, but like they do such a good job of encapsulating his character in the ED, and that's also why I really love the ED because so Cole, tell us why you're wrong about Best Boy.
Maru from
Gabi?
Heavenly Delusion.
Oh. Maru.
He is.
Oh,
he
yes. Yes.
He is just. He's like a badass cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
He's just such a nice guy, but like he'll kick your ass if he has to.
Yep.
Yeah.
He definitely does do that a few times.
Yeah.
Especially
great.
Towards the end there. Yep.
Yeah. He's awesome.
I like how he wears his emotions on his sleeve. I like that a lot. Yeah. And there's like mystery about him too.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's interesting. I'll definitely continue reading the manga, just to keep going with it.
I think they announced season 2 will happen, but not like immediately too.
Okay.
So like 3 years.
Okay. Well, the anime did its job. It's gonna get me to read the manga. But yeah, I love Maru. He's good.
Yeah.
What about girls that we like?
Goyles.
This is another, like, we talked OP is like a trademark like category. I feel like Best Girl is also like a trademark category. Cue back to us arguing about Best Girl. By the way, we get to argue about Quince again next season.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that exciting? Speaking of
when I
Best
found
Girls.
out that was Studio Shaft,
I'm surprised you didn't know. I thought
I thought you were
deep
you.
Deep
I
in
thought
the
we
shaft.
told you.
I didn't know. I didn't know. There's just no way of knowing.
There's just no way of knowing. But
there's no knowing where we're going. There's nowhere. I don't. Darn it.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah. No. It was a thing from Willy Wonka, but never mind.
No, I won't. Never mind.
No. Keep going.
I will mind.
Yeah.
Who's your best girl,
mind.
Mike?
My best girl is quite simply someone that everyone loves. She's literally the love Hashira. Her name is Mitsuri Kanroji. And how could you pick anyone else other
Mitsuri Kanahanazawa.
Yes, that too. She had a very good season.
And I liked her. Yeah, she was good.
Honestly, like, she had out of the two Hashira, she definitely stood out the most. There were some fierce contenders for Best Girl, like Akane from Yamada-kun was also very good. I really enjoyed her. I really enjoyed Sasori. I can't remember her name exactly, but from Hell's Paradise, she was great as well. The swordsman who's taking care of Gabimaru there. She had some great moments and great but she just kind of, again, those two didn't quite do enough to fill out the category of Best Girl. And when I think about the love Hashira slicing through and her ribbon sword and stuff like that, and just literally this season, she was probably the strongest person in this season for Demon Slayer. And and she kind of like was a little under the radar as that, and I really enjoyed it. So that's...
Yeah, I just feel like I would have liked more of her in the season.
I agree. Yeah.
Like she wasn't really in it that much. Like I feel like they gave a lot of screen time to the Mist Hashira, which I like too. He's good.
He's good.
Yeah, but I feel like the Mitsuri will get more screen time later.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you guys have read it, so you know the answer to that. But I really enjoyed her this season. Every time she was on screen, she captured my heart. So
yeah,
yes,
yeah. No, I would echo that. Whenever she was on screen, it was I liked her.
Yeah, she's bad A. Jay, your answer will probably also be bad A. So let's find out who Min is.
Yeah, my best girl is. I mean, come on, it's Akane. I mean, could it have possibly been anyone else? Yes. Was it? No.
Riveting.
I wasn't sure.
Edge of my seat.
Yeah. I thought about Ruby for a second, but I was like, no, Jay's a sad boy at heart. So
look, yeah. I do like Ruby, and she may come up later, but she's not best girl. So Cole,
Jay, did you watch any shows other than Oshinoko this season?
Every other show I watched was not good. That's not true. But
that's a wild statement.
That's
especially in a season that was like quite as good as this.
Yeah,
you got to admit, Akane was pretty good.
Me?
No, sorry, Akane from Yamada-kun.
Yeah, she was good. She was good. She just like didn't really top Akane from Oshinoko for me.
I could see that. And then obviously Megumin is great as well.
Oh, Megumin.
I'm not a Megumin fan.
How are you not a Megumin fan?
Who isn't a Megumin fan?
Like I literally can't.
I'm not. I just said I'm not.
I can't even put myself in like a state of mind to not think that Megumin is great.
We were watching the final 2 episodes in the watch party yesterday, and Shazana looks at me. She's like, God, Megumin's so great. Like, she's not my favorite of the group, but like when she comes on screen and she goes, oh, or whatever, and she's like, I am Megumin the Great. It's awesome.
She honestly kind of annoys me a little bit.
Ugh.
Despicable.
Ugh. My best girl of the season is not Megumin.
That's surprising.
It's actually Isaki Magari from Insomniacs After School. She's got that good mix of Genki girl and sad girl. And yeah, she's just very compelling. And I like the dynamic between her and the main guy as well. Yeah, she's good. Good show. Everybody go watch it. Underrated.
I know nothing about it other than they look at the stars. How'd your astrophotography thing ever turn out, by the way? And into that.
Did anything come of that, Cole?
Yeah, I've taken a few. It's okay. It's one of those things where you have to like get lots of practice in, and unfortunately we live in a city where light pollution is a thing.
Yeah.
So it's tough. And we also live in an area where it never gets truly dark. I was out at the lake this weekend, and I went in from outside around the fire at about 11:45, and there was still light on the horizon.
Yeah. That's the unfortunate thing of being fairly north as we are in Canada.
Yeah, in the summer, like there's basically always light on the horizon. In the winter, it gets dark early and it gets dark.
Yeah, and I feel like because we have a lot of wide open spaces here too, that I don't know what it is, but it feels like the moon is like extra bright here too. Like on a night where it's like a full moon, like you can literally just like you don't need a flashlight, like it's bright.
Yeah, you can just walk around. What about Protecc? We enjoy Proteccs.
We do enjoy Proteccs here at AniPro.
Yeah. We like to Protecc.
We do like to Protecc. Mike, who are you protecting?
You know who I'm protecting?
Who?
I've mentioned her name a few times. I'm going to protect Akane from My Love Story with Yamada-kun and 999.
I thought you'd go with Megumin's sister.
I thought about going with not
sister.
Union, the sister. What's her name? Ak something.
Kumiko or something.
Komiko.
Whatever.
Yeah, Komiko. Yes,
Mm.
I was going. I feel like that was like the layup answer. Like and I've gone with the layup answer several times here because I am the normie. But I think in my heart just swooned for a little bit here for my girl Kane. I just like her whole beginning. It starts off with her getting dumped, and then like the whole show's kind of about her like rebounding, and I just felt like protecting her. You know what I mean? She just she needs that. She needs like a nice. She needs a hug and some protecting. And luckily Yamada-kun is there for that and literally cheers her up and gets her back on her feet. It's great. It's a great show. Go watch it. It's very wholesome. If you like shoujo, it's rare you get a very nice, solid shoujo. I'm glad we're getting more now. Speaking of more now, here is Jay's protection coming for you.
Yes. I gotta look, at the end of the day, this girl is a very innocent, sweet girl that just needs protecting. And that's Ruby Hoshino.
Yep.
She just needs Protecc.
Yes, for spoiler reasons as well.
Yeah. It's very spoiler heavy reasons, but she needs Protecc.
Yeah, I like her. I'm surprised you actually put her here because she's kind of like that bubbly Genki girl that you're not usually a fan of. But I enjoy her.
Yeah, well, I mean, Protecc isn't like necessarily like, like I love her. It's more just like she's cute. She needs to be protected.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. I did also quickly think about putting Sagiri, that's her name, I looked it up, from Hell's Paradise, the samurai that looks over Gabimaru.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of stuff going on too.
Yeah.
But she also has a sword, so
she can protect me.
Yeah,
that was
she protects me.
I didn't put her for that reason.
I was also considering Anna Yamada from The Dangers in My Heart because she does need to be protected.
From the main character.
Yeah. But at the same time, I don't like when I think about what character really like made me feel more Protecc. It was Ruby. Like
when I think of this award, it's like, who do I want to give a hug to the most?
Yeah. So Cole,
for you to say his name.
Is it my turn? I'm waiting to be thrown to.
Cole.
Throw to me.
Cole.
Give me the rock.
Cole.
Pass me the rock.
Pass me the rock.
I'm giving you multiple rocks.
Thank you. It's
Cole.
my turn now.
You have multiple turns.
I will protect Mitsumi Iwakura from Skip and Loafer for the same reasons I said before. She is a cinnamon roll, and she just, not a hug per se, but I would like walk around like protecting her from
that's
harm.
Yeah. You're a human meat shield for her.
Yeah.
Why? Like what is her whole thing?
Oh, she's just innocent. She's just pure. She's just so pure and innocent and naive to the point where it's like, I must protect you from harm.
Yes.
And she's just a good friend for everybody. She's good.
Yep.
She is good. Oh yeah, now it's my turn to throw over to best animation.
Mike, we're in the meat now.
Mike is gonna say Ufotable. Jay is going to say Ufotable reluctantly. And you'll find out my answer soon. Michael.
This guy's on a roll today. I was really debating between Oshinoko and Demon Slayer and Heavenly Delusion for this award, because I think all three of those easily could win this and might win this, because honestly, the show's just had like fantastic animation. And when it comes down to like which one blew me away the most, I think you know what my answer is, and Cole might have alluded to it. It's going to be Demon Slayer Season 3. I think the animation in that show, when you're talking purely animation, again, how do you go against Ufotable and Demon Slayer? That's what the show is. That's the whole point of the dang show. Oshinoko, I'm sure we'll talk about in a bit, but it had fantastic animation too. And I don't know if anything really made my like heart skip a beat the way that like the eye reveals in Oshinoko did. But just like from every episode almost being like a like a stunning thing to look at, yeah, Demon Slayer for me. Jay, what's yours?
Yeah, and I mean, like, before we get into mine, like, I mean, Ufotable, there's a reason it has the reputation it does, right? Like, it does knock all of its animation out of the park, but for me, what I was going for with for best animation was, what was the animation? What was the show that shocked me with its animation? And really like made me go, whoa, I didn't expect this to actually have good animation, and it did. And this is a show that's probably coming out of left field, but like people were really talking about the animation at the beginning of the season. And that show is My One Hit Kill Sister.
Oh, yes. I've seen clips of this,
and
this
like
incest show.
It was like, it's a weird show, but like it was very surprising how good the animation was and how good the Sakuga was. And
it's a
like
brave take, but
it's a bold take. I'm here for it though.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. I mean, like I had to give it props for the fact that like it comes in unsuspecting and then like it's like really good with its animation, at least for the first few episodes.
The question I have for you though is, does the animation continue throughout the whole episode, or is it just like the Sakuga moments are that good that it carries?
Yeah, the Sakuga moments are just like really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like from what I've seen clips of it on Twitter, people are like, I can't believe this incest show is like going off like this.
That's the thing. That's the thing that surprised me. Like I wouldn't give this an award to anything, or to this show for anything but this, because of how much it went off. But like it did.
Is that a new award of like best show that made you question your morals? Yeah. Most questionable show.
Yeah. Speaking of most questionable, Cole, why don't you talk about your favorite animation of the season?
Ufotable. I mean,
Oshinoko loses it out on here. I'm surprised.
I mean, Ufotable, like I said, every time the season rolls around where they animate something, there's a scene where
oh god, like, no, my camera.
We got blurry Jay for a sec.
Jay turned into Sasquatch. Yeah, blurry.
My camera heard Ufotable and it just checked out. It was like, no, I'm not competing with that.
Yeah, I don't do Ufotable.
No, it's the boring answer, but it's
the right answer though,
the
right?
Right answer to me.
It's.
I like Jay's answer though. I like that he went out for that, and I like that. I understand where Jay's coming from. Like, what surprised me the most, Ufotable didn't surprise me. I knew it would be great.
Yeah.
But it still surprises me. Like, it's still like, how? Why do they do this?
Yeah.
Every time.
I thought for sure you were going to go with Heavenly Delusion, actually, because that show was animated so well. And Heavenly
Delusion was animated well, but I think Heavenly Delusion stands more on its direction.
Okay.
Whereas Ufotable and Demon Slayer is truly just animation, and they go hand in hand. But I feel like there's a difference there, you know.
Okay. Yep. I hear you.
Ufotable is that animation prowess, whereas Heavenly Delusion had more interesting shot composition and stuff.
It's subtler, right? It's subtler for sure.
Yeah. I know there's a difference, but I can't quite articulate what I mean.
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah. Like Demon Slayer had the wow moments, if that makes sense. Whereas Tengoku had more like
the
moments. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. That's nice. Yeah.
Nice. Character designs.
Yes. I have an interesting answer for you guys. And I kind of gave a little bit of points to something that's an anime original. Because I know you guys usually do that, and I figured, I can be a fancy boy too.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I went with Magical Destroyers. I like the character designs in this show. The way they handled the magical girls and Otaku Hero and the bad guys who are like, it's just every character in this show is like kind of bombastic and cool. And I'm a sucker for like Trigger style animation. But like the animation does not nearly good enough to be in the last category, but the character designs they were all cool and interesting and unique, and I liked them. I really like the magical girl transformations too. Magical Destroyers, and that's the only award that this show even deserves, because it's a solid like 7 out of 10, but other than that it's tell me about yours. Yeah, it's fairly mid, but it's fun. If you like Trigger stuff, you'll like that show. Jay, what is your character designs?
My character designs, I mean, like, Yeah, I definitely do agree that just porting something over from a manga is a little bit of a cop-out because it's manga. It's manga.
It's definitely Oshinoko.
It's just Oshinoko.
He's just justifying.
But there was one character. There was one character design that really, really, honestly, got me to watch the show.
Okay.
You might have been wrong with that take. Abort.
Abort. Backpedal. We're going into this too fast. But the show that really interested me with its character designs was Dead Mount Deathplay.
Okay.
I really
Dog and
like
Rampa style or whatever. I think, right?
No,
okay, never mind.
Really.
Ignore me.
But
Never mind.
Yeah,
We're so wrong.
It just has it just has really cool character designs that feel like they belong in a normal societal world, but also make sense in this bombastic supernatural kind of fantasy environment as well, and that blend was really cool. So yeah, Dead Mount Deathplay for me.
Good take.
Okay. Is it my turn?
Yep.
Yeah.
My take with character designs. I like original character designs. And that is why I am going with Hell's Paradise as my character designs.
Interesting.
I feel like everybody is shows like that where there's lots of different type of characters from different backgrounds and they all have different powers and different stuff going on. So I felt like that one really had the edge in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody had different uniforms and stuff.
Yeah.
But even the people who had the same uniform, like all the samurai, they were all still unique in their design as well. So
you know what, Cole? I'm here for this take, and it would have been my pick, but I decided to go the Cole route and give it to the anime original because the character designs in that show are so cool, and the characters are definitely what carries it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good take. Good call.
Okay, now it's the big awards here.
Yes.
First,
these are the big ones.
First new anime of the season. Michael, what was your new anime of the season?
Well, let me tell you something.
Tell me something.
I predicted my new anime of the season was going to be Hell's Paradise. And in fact, it could have been, but it was not. The one that caught me by surprise and opened up my eyes was Heavenly Delusion. I did not see it coming, and I give it points for that. And it was so new and fresh to me. I like seeing an interesting story that I was not expecting. And I'm definitely going with Heavenly Delusion, not Hell's Paradise. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Jay.
All right. Well, that was fun. Let's talk about Oshinoko. You guys were waiting, and you guys were right. Oshinoko was my favorite new anime of the season. It just blew everything else out of the water for me. Got a lot of heart and emotion, and a good look into the entertainment world as well. And it hit all the boxes, man. Checked all those boxes.
Lots of boxes were checked.
Writing, direction, cinematography, music, OP, ED, everything. Doga Kobo really did a good job with this show, and all the praise it's received is well earned. So, Oshinoko.
Cole's turn.
Cole's
I'll
turn.
throw it over to myself. My best
he'll
new anime of the
rudely
season.
take it away from me.
Rip it out of his hands. We
Yeah.
gotta keep moving.
It seemed like you were done. I'm taking the conch. I'm going with Heavenly Delusion as well. I thought that this was just going to be basically a ripoff of Promised Neverland,
Yep.
and it is completely different. Different.
If it went the way you said you thought it was going to go, if it was just a Promised Neverland ripoff, it wouldn't have nearly even been as good.
Nope.
It would have been actually not very good. It would just been like, okay, this is interesting. I don't know.
If I knew more about the show, I would have drafted it. It definitely wouldn't have dropped to your 5th draft pick, Michael.
That's wild. Yeah.
Yeah. It was great. It was really, really good. Compelling show. Great direction. Great animation. Basically everything Jay said about Oshinoko, but for Heavenly Delusion.
Yeah.
Now
it was in contention for this next award that we're going to give out for me, actually.
Mike, your internet is...
Yeah, I'm noticing that. It's okay.
It's usually Cole.
Yeah, Mike's going to another dimension right now, it looks like.
Yeah.
It's Mike's Heavenly Delusion.
Mike, can you hear us?
I am here.
Okay, why don't you tell us what your anime of the season is?
My anime of the season was not Tengoku Damakyo, Heavenly Delusion. There were 2 strong candidates for me, and it was either Oshinoko or Demon Slayer. The one that for me, this one, I kind of approach it as like the one that I look forward to most every week. And I'm not one who usually keeps up to shows like weekly. I'll usually watch it in like 3-episode batches. But this one usually goes to the one where I watch every episode as it comes out on the day when it comes out. And for me, the one that I watched every week when it came out, as soon as it came out, was Demon Slayer. I know, again, I hate being the chalk guy sometimes, but sometimes it's just vanilla ice cream can be just sometimes the best flavor. And in that case, Demon Slayer, it just was so good. And even though it was not the best Demon Slayer season, it was still the thing that I looked forward to every week as it came out. And it was actually the show that I predicted would be my anime of the season. And I was right. And it really is. And for good reason. And I hear that this, as far as Demon Slayer seasons go, is one of the weaker arcs. And if this is the worst that Demon Slayer's got, I know despite what our friend Jay might say about Demon Slayer, this is the worst it's got. Bring it on, man. I'm excited for this next arc, because it's like the kind of the ramp up to the finale, and I'm very excited to see where it goes.
What's coming up is kind of like them getting ready for the final battle.
Yeah. And Demon Slayer season 3, my anime of the season. Put it in the stone tablet that we carve these awards into. Now, Jay Leon, Jay, our good friend, co-host of the podcast.
Yes.
Beautiful bearded man wearing a ReZero hat with green earphones. Can you tell me what your anime of the season was?
No.
Okay,
cool. I already know.
Yeah, you guys already know.
Dead Mount Death Play.
It's Dead Mount Death Play. Yeah.
No, it's Oshinoko.
No way!
Oshinoko, I mean, come on. Mike was saying about about the milquetoast opinion, and like if you look at our Discord, because Mike did ask in our Discord what people were thinking was their anime of the season. A lot of people said Oshinoko, and you know what? Those people they got some good taste, because Oshinoko was my anime of the season. It was just so good. And like the fact that it was a high dive show, and it was one of if not the most talked about show this season, like that says a lot. Because a lot of the time, and we discussed this especially when the season began, we were like discussing whether Oshinoko wouldn't be as popular because it was on high dive, but like no, it was.
It sold subscriptions.
It sold subscriptions.
Oh, for sure did. It put in work. Whatever High Dive paid to get that exclusive for that, it was definitely worth the cost.
Yeah.
Yeah. And bouncing off what you said, Jay, I almost called you by your full name, and that was weird.
When do you do that?
I know. I'd never do that. Because we had this
Jay's
discussion.
full name is
Yeah.
That's a long name. Holy.
In our Discord, Shazana said Oshinoko is the OP of the season and anime of the season. We also have Super Mexi saying Oshinoko for OP, ED, and anime of the season. And then going down. Where's there's one more here. Peaches says Oshinoko takes both as well. So yes, it was a much beloved show. And don't forget, Don't Sweat TT also said it was their favorite ED of the season. So yes, very popular. Their anime of the season was Vinland Saga Season 2, which I thought about making mine. I really did, because Season 2 was all the payoff from season 1. And
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it. Yeah.
Yeah. It had like the famous Torfin moment where he's like, I have no enemies, and he finally realizes everything. And it's great. It's fantastic. But it's enough rambling out of me.
Cole.
Hi.
What was your anime of the season?
My anime of the season is a show I have sung the praises of almost as much as Jay sung the praises of Oshinoko. Almost. And that show for me was Heavenly Delusion.
Yeah.
It was echoing off of what Mike said. It was the show I looked forward to the most every week. I was compelled by it, and I am still compelled by it, and I'll read the manga now and wait for a season 2, which we'll get in, 4 or 5 years, probably?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Maybe
excited.
at the end of season 1, they'll announce that season 2 is on the way.
Season 1's over. It's
Oh,
done.
is it? Okay, never mind.
Yep.
Oshinoko's
anyway.
not done. It ends on Wednesday, so.
Yeah.
It's done when this comes out.
My
Yeah,
backup
true.
answer would be Insomniacs After School. That was really good too. Underrated show.
Mm-hmm.
It's another one of those shows where I look forward to it every week.
I loved Dangers in My Heart. I liked watching that after watching Oshinoko. I
Palate
liked
cleanser.
Yeah. I liked Cafe Terrace. Just like for like that garbage that, like, you know, just like something to point and laugh at. I liked Dead Mount Death Play. That was really good.
Ancient Magus Bride. It's good.
A lot of good shows this season.
Lots of good shows this season. Was there anything else, Mike, that you saw there from our listeners?
Our listeners in the Discord, of course. Yep. A lot of people, like I said Oshinoko for my question. I just asked what's their OP and anime of the season. And yeah, for most people, it's that. And then Don't Sweat TT said, and also Smasa said the OP for Skip and Loafer was their favorite. It was a good OP. It had like the little vibe to it. It had a little dance.
Yeah, I did like the dance. Yeah.
Yeah, the dance is cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what we got from the Discord, because everybody also echoed that Oshinoko was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with that.
Mike, does that mean I stole your crown this season for the normie take?
Yes, you are a certified normie this season.
Yeah,
congratulations,
I guess so.
Jay.
You both stole Cole's sad boy and my normie.
Yeah,
you've dethroned us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to fight to get those
I can
back.
just do this podcast on my own then.
Yeah, see you later.
I have an important piece of housekeeping that I have to address before we wrap up this award show.
Okay.
And that is that in 2 weeks' time, we will be reviewing Jay's selection.
Yes.
Also known as a 10 out of 10 anime, which is
Guilty Crown.
Guilty Crown. We will be reviewing Guilty Crown. And also, Mike's turn to select the next review.
Yes.
After that. So we've been collecting clues from Michael over the last... We've been collecting clues on this treasure hunt.
We've been picking up clues.
So far, the review hints have been, it's only on Crunchyroll, dubbed and subbed. Its genres are mystery, drama, psychological. It won 2 Crunchyroll awards, and it is a seinen adaptation. Michael, do you have any more clues for us? This will be the last round of clues.
This is the last round of clues, and I'm hoping someone will be able to get it from this point, because I'm going to tell you that it was a 13-episode anime, and it had a sequel movie. That should be more than enough, I would think, to figure this out. And it came out in the last 5 years.
Okay, so it's a new anime.
Okay.
Had a sequel movie. Had 13 episodes. Sign-in. If you know what it is, comment down below. We will give you a shout out if you get it right. Yep. And then after that, we're gonna do a listener choice review. So look forward to that.
Yes.
Anyway, thank you for listening to another episode of the Anime Protagonist Podcast. You can follow us on social media at anipropod. That's ANIPROPOD. You can follow me at AniProCole, ANIPROCOLE. Michael, where can they follow you?
Follow me at Gritty Gundam, GRITTYGUNDAM, on both AniList and on Twitter. Jay, where can they follow your bearded self?
You can find me at JayGaredian. That's JayGaredian.
That's correct. That is where you can follow all of us.
What a wild take.
Yes,
Yeah.
please like, review, subscribe, give 5 stars, and tell a friend all about us. Join our Discord. Links to everything that we have is at our website, anipropod.com, or in the show notes. And if you really liked us, you can maybe consider joining our Patreon. We got
so
lots
awesome.
of stuff there on Patreon for you. We got bonus episodes coming out monthly for now. We've got early access to the episodes.
And if you're listening to this as an early access, thank you so much for supporting us.
Yeah. Patron, I wasn't expecting the dinging. Patron priority mailbag. Anything else?
A bunch of other things that you can
A
see
bunch of
over-
other stuff.
Yeah.
Press ding a bunch of times.
that you can see over on Cole. Why don't you give the Patreon link, please? I'm
Here it is.
my brain's melting.
It's anipropod.com/Patreon, PARTREON.
You'll
Isn't it
find us.
patreon.com/anipropod?
That too.
It's in the links. If you're
in the links.
if
Go
you're
down
listening.
there. You're lazy. You're not typing anything in.
Yeah. Anyway, special thanks to our patrons. We got Mr. Family Guy 36,
Yep.
Elijah Wood,
The Elijah Wood.
the Elijah Wood,
The
Brain Dead
Elijah
B
Wood.
Dog, Super Mexi. There we go.
I didn't want the applause to stop.
It just like trailed off.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that one's so short.
Pete from What Do You Say Anime, and Beach.
Thanks, Pete. Thanks,
Thank
Pete,
you.
Beaches, Super Mexi, everybody. You guys are great.
Thank you, everyone. You're awesome.
You're all good. You're
awesome.
good
Everyone's
in my books.
awesome.
Listen, you're okay in my books.
If
Don't
you're
let
listening,
anybody tell
if you're
you
listening to
otherwise.
this, listen. You're awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, you
You're
are
10 out of
awesome.
10 people.
Yeah, and one last thing, we will be at Icon from
The
July
14th
14th
through the 16th.
to the 16th in Winnipeg. We'll be back next week, but until we come back next week, we say as we do at the end of every episode of the Anime Protagonist Podcast. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
It sounded like you were about to start singing.
That was like the most like
Bye-bye.
that was like the most anime villain thing Jay's ever done. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, God. He's unleashed.